Now then, people, good afternoon and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. That looks a bit nasty. Hope you're all doing well. I've been quite busy today. I thought we would share in some more joy with what was another dominant Leeds United performance, another performance that's seen Leeds United rise to or stay top of the table with a massive. And it is massive at this stage. Can I call it massive, or am I being a bit too overzealous? But a big 5-point gap at the top of the table. There is nothing really for us to complain about right now. We are all doing good. And I wanted, to be honest, some of you members to come and join me. I'm looking at you, Leeds United Troll. What I'm thinking is I'm going to stick the link in the description to the members. And if you want, you can come in and join me. But yeah, Leeds United are cooking on gas right now. As I said, I haven't really pre-thought of anything to talk about other than how good Leeds United are. And if I talk about Leeds United, it puts me in a good mood. And so let's do just that. I've just before I came live, actually, big up to my man Chris at LUFC Data, who's just put this tweet out just 3 minutes ago. He says, Manos Solomon has won possession in the final third more frequently per 90 than any other championship player in this campaign. 1.8 times he's won possession in the final third. He scored or assisted 7 goals in 8 appearances for Leeds in 2025, 3 goals and 4 assists. It's quite the performance, to be honest. On another day, it could have been 5. I don't think that's out of the realms of possibility. It's beautiful to know that Frank Lampard lost his head at the end of the game as well, giving it the old, and I think he said 4-2, did he? Is that what he was saying? Which again, I mean, that was so many years ago now, mate. Get over it. I mean, I'm not over the Spygate thing. I'll always dislike the man. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's not a Spygate reunion, you know, because that's Derby." But for me, it's not Derby. For me, it's Lampard. You know, I think props to Ilian. Ilian smashed it as well. He made 2 great saves. One of them's an absolute worldie. It's an absolute worldie. It's behind him, and he makes a worldie save. On another day, if Leeds United aren't as efficient. I say aren't as efficient. Let's just say we don't get them 2 goals. We've had a penalty that was, that wasn't given. We've had a goal disallowed that was incorrectly disallowed. But Meslier, obviously, if he doesn't make 2 key saves, which is what they were, then Leeds United draw the game. So it's huge for him, huge for his confidence. Great to see him at the end of the game getting, rightfully lauded by the crowd and his teammates. It's mad. Like, just seeing this as well. Leeds have now created the same amount of big chances this season as Burnley and Sheffield United combined. There is a real chance that Leeds United could and should run away with it. Remember, I told you 10-point gap. I said 10-point gap by the end of the season. Been confident throughout. That has not waned. Had a bit of a wobble during January. I'm over that now. It's February the 6th. I'm 37 in 3 days. We're celebrating. And I want you folks to come and celebrate with. So I'm going to post this link in the chat. Not in the chat, sorry. To the members. So if you are a member, Sean, I know you like to come on and chat. If you're a member, it's available now on the members feed. Danny Talks Sport, Oliver. We've got Leeds United Troll in there as well. So if you want to come in and chat and tell me your key talking points after that game, then please do. And you know what? We've got a bit of a back-to-back crazy show as well today, because 4 o'clock we've got the presser, which means we'll be live around about 4:30. We've then got White Rose Rivals back at 6 o'clock, which I can't wait to look forward to, because the last time we spoke to Cosse, he said Huddersfield might get top 2. Since then, they've lost 3 on the spin, and they're only 3 points away from dropping out of the playoffs. So interested to see what he has to say. Then at 10 o'clock, we've got the final word with myself, Luke, Jack, and Lockie. So get locked in for that. Obviously, I thought I would leave it till 10 till after Liverpool play Tottenham. because I think a lot of eyes will be on that as well. I think it'll be a good game in the semi-final, obviously. So yeah, that's the plan for today's streams. It's back to back to back. Then of course we'll be focusing on the FA Cup. You know, we've got Millwall at the weekend. But yeah, it feels great right now. We've got 15 games left. It's very impressive. Pete, it says your devices are not connected, so I can't see it. But let's bring in LUFC Passion. Are you ready to go, my man? You are ready to go. He's giving it he said 1 minute. He said 1 minute, I think. It looks like he's putting his clothes on, I think. He won't like me saying it. I can't see him. I just seen like a t-shirt up in the air somewhere. 10 wins from 15 and we're up. Done. Yeah, could it happen, Perko? May well do, mate. So close to 40. Yeah, we are. We are so close to 40k. We're not too far away. While we wait for LUFC Passion, let's hear from everyone's favourite member. Oh, LUFC Passion, you good to go? Yes, he's not good.
How you doing, Joe?
You got some clothes on then?
Shut up. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good, mate. Are you?
Yeah, very good. I've just, before we start, massive fan of the channel. Been watching you since all these TV days. Love it. Cheers. And yeah, love the channel you've grown. And yeah, massive credit to you. You've worked hard for it. And yeah, well done.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much for that praise.
No worries at all.
It's very, very nice to hear. How you feeling then, mate? Right now, obviously, Leeds United are flying top of the table. We look unbeatable right now, my mate.
No, we do. We look incredible. I think the game against Cardiff before, I think that was a massive statement to us, the Championship, that we're not like last season. We're a different breed. We've got definitely more squad depth. And I think in the transfer window, I was on the fence of I'm not really bothered about investing in terms of I think the quality we've got is enough to get us up. And I think yesterday or last night more, definitely should have put the game to bed in terms of the second half and pouring some chances, but I think we killed the game in the first half. I'll tell you what, in terms of Coventry, very massive disappointed. I thought Frank Lampard had turned them up and being aware that what Leeds have got, and because if they'd have won the game, they'd have pushed the playoffs. It's a massive. I think a fourth below. There's a massive goal for teams that are pushing for playoffs, and yeah, gave us far too much respect. Yeah. I think they were worse than Coventry in some cases. The amount of space that were left open.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. We've been quite lucky in the fact we've had 2 games on the spin where teams have. I mean, it's suicide, but they're playing a high line. We've had Cardiff do it, Coventry do it. On another day, like I say, we could have had 7 in this game. It's not out of the realms of possibility, mate, for that to happen.
No, so it's not.
It's insane. Props to Meslier as well, right? Meslier was pretty
massive. Yeah, I think obviously not the best start to the season. I'd say obviously the mistake against Sunderland. I mean, the first one's Portsmouth. I'd say his near post. I think it's always been his Achilles heel. Always not confident there. Obviously, the Sunderland one was horrible, and I think the whole one was worse in terms of letting it just go over. But no, I think he's started to write his good times here again in terms of 2 massive saves. I didn't realise on the second one it were I think it was Gruev. He pushed it off the bar at Gruev who skipped away. But massive credit to Meslier there, and I think maybe hopefully he's at a turning point in his Leeds United career, because there's been at times where he's nearly out the door. There's teams like Chelsea after him, so there's clearly something about him. It's just, can he get to that level that he once had in his career again?
Yeah. Do you think he can, or is it a case of because I still, mate, have a sneaky suspicion that Farke will back him in the Prem.
I think he does, and I think he will. I think obviously last season, calling the best Championship goalkeeper. Yeah. Very controversial.
I did that once upon a time as well.
I think we all did. I think when he first broke through in the Bielsa season against Arsenal, I thought, Jesus Christ, what a gem we've got on our hands. And we've not always been the team that have produced really good keepers in terms of not for years before that. But no, I think in 2, I think 1, Farke will back him. I think Meslier is one of them keepers that relies on confidence, and I think having the pressure on the manager is massive. But I still think we'll need to buy a keeper. Not only, I think, 1, just to coach him. because I don't think we've got that under Darlow and Keynes. I think Gaines is there for a laugh, and Darlow's not really pushing him. There's no competition, so in some ways he is on easy street. But no, I think we will invest in a keeper. But I do think Farke will back him at the same time.
Yeah, I have to agree, mate. I was just playing last night in the post match, saying like there's 45 points available. If we get 41, we get the points record. It's highly unlikely we're going to get a return like that. But how many? 15 games left to go. How much realistically do you think we need in terms of wins to sort of? I guess Sunderland, Sheffield United at the end of the month is huge, isn't it? If you win both of them, they're massive, aren't they?
Yeah, I think them games are huge. Your Sunderland, your Sheffield, your Middlesbrough. I think they're the games that I think we'll start to look at, well, maybe we are serious, not even just promotion, but champions. But I think out of the 45 points, I reckon we get about 30, 35. I think there will be a few slips and bruises. This is Leeds. We'd never do it easy, so there will be a few. But no, I think it's definitely different to last season. Of course, I don't know how many points is it now that we're heading in terms of the Bielsa season of promotion.
Yeah, I think
it's about 15.
Yeah,
15. So there you are. But no, obviously the quality is different. But no, I think we will go up this season. I think one in terms of we have to go up this season, not only just financially, but the teams coming down. Look at the quality that will come down again in terms of Ipswich if they do. But they are likely more to stay out of the three. Southampton, I think, down or out. I think selling Adam Armstrong or loaning him out is, and obviously, no, I think we've got to get up this season. I think we will. And I'm hoping that when we do go up the season, that we learn our lesson in terms of investing wisely and not even just spending money because you have to in the Prem because of the massive gap, but the right signings. I think Europe's massive gulp of just talent that are not expensive, and I think that's where we need to invest in. I think we will. I think we have to if we have any chance to not even just 17th but above.
Agreed, mate. That everyone kept telling me January we're saving money for Premier League, so they better fucking spend it when we do.
We hope so. We do. I think we have to. I think Farke knows that, but I think himself, he was a technical director before, sporting director before he was a manager, so he has that nous and intelligence of the right profiles for this club, and I think he does know that. I think at times it is annoying in press conferences when in transfer window, we'll stay awake. We tried FC. It is annoying and stuff, but if we don't find the right quality, you're not just going to sign anyone to put on a shirt. You have to make sure that it's the right fit for the player and for Leeds United.
Yeah, I always agree, mate. Like, I hate when people say, "Well, Farke's turning the players down." We'll send him another player then, because we have to see him under Bielsa. He keeps turning players down, and it's like, because you've offered him Harry Winks twice, and on both occasions he said no. So I know some will criticise the manager for it, but I do think a lot has to be said for the recruitment team on that. But when they have bought players, mate, they've been exceptional. Look at
Tanaka. Yeah,
Bogle yesterday. Him and Firpo like Cafu and Roberto Carlos now, mate, at this stage.
Bogle especially. I think I was very critical after his first game gets put. A lot of fans were, not only from our rivals, or they see us as rivals. I don't think we do as much in Yorkshire rivals. I think Bogle's come leaps and bounds. I think it was that first game against Wednesday at Hillsborough. I think that's where he started to turn and thought, wow, we've got a gem here, and is either looking like the replacement for Luke Ayling. Well, from what we've seen, him going forward's brilliant, and I think his defending in terms of one-on-one situations come on leaps and bounds. But happy. He's amongst the goals. Him and James have got that massive contingency of when one is pushing forward, the other one to overlap or one to stay back. Or when Bogle's going forward, I've seen at times where James is almost dropping back. There's a protection. It's a massive, and I think Firpo as well. How we miss having that attacking side. We're crying out for a left back.
Yeah. In
terms of, obviously, we don't know what's going to happen at the end of the season with Firpo. Is he going to sign? We all thought maybe after January it might sign like Nonto did in the summer, but obviously we'll have to see. He might go on a free. There is interest out in Spain. We've seen him. That's where obviously his career started, and that's where he got the highlights and his praise in Betis. I think down that left wing's brilliant as well. Firpo, he loves going forward, doesn't he? I mean, there's a reason why the Dominican Republic play him as not even just a left wing back. It's left wing sometimes, or even striker at times.
10, mate.
10, yeah. Swiss Army knife. He's brilliant. He's really good Firpo. I think he's
a new deal. Then for the what's your name? LUFC passion.
Callum, but yeah, you can call me that. It's fine.
Well, we'll go with Callum. I feel rude not knowing your name.
It's fine. Don't worry.
would you give him a new deal, Callum, for the Premier League?
I think so, yeah. I think obviously last time I think we saw what he did in the Prem, and I don't think he made the quite best start. He got found out a lot. Maybe was that due to Marsh's system where he didn't like width, so they had to all come in, which left space on the wings. But I'd definitely give him a deal, but I'd make sure there's competition behind him. You know, not let him be on the easy street this time. Get a proper proven life. But I'd even look at, if they don't go up, potentially Dennis Serkin from Sunderland. I think he's a really good player.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
I really do like Serkin. When I do watch him, I've seen him Sunderland, I think he's really good, and they seem to do really well. Someone in terms of just getting these wonder kids. But no, he's one of the players I'd definitely get. But yeah, in terms of fair signing a contract, I think he deserves it after his 2 years championship. I think he's found his form, and I think he's got the faithful behind his back in Leeds fans.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think I would like, I know some people won't agree, but I'd like to see him given a second opportunity at the Premier League with Leeds United. Under this manager, different setup, times past, he's improved. And I know a lot of that's due to the level that we're at, but I still didn't see the Firpo that we've got. You know what I mean? In the championship.
I don't think none of us did. I don't think none of us have seen. I think he could even go to a new level, Firpo. I think his intelligence in whipping the ball. It's been a really while since we've had a really good cross from the box. I think the last I remember probably Robert Snodgrass in terms of we've been really good in terms of whipping. I'm going back a few years there. But no, he's really, and yeah, but I think at the same time we give him Firpo a chance in the Prem. I think Farke's got to get a chance. I don't know where this here from. It's massive. I don't see what else he's got to do. You know, he's got the most points. Every time we're 1-0 up ahead, I don't think we've got any confidence in losing it. Bar against Hull, but obviously that was a different situation. But no, I think.
Do you know what I'm going to do now? Just to interject. I know there's someone in the waiting room who's going to tell us what more can Farke do. Let's bring him in because he's out walking. Let's hope his signal holds up. Hello, Mr. Healy.
I can't hear you. All right, lads.
All right, mate.
Hi, Sean. How you doing?
All right, Callum. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good.
Come on then. What more must Farke do, Sean?
You know my feelings. It's all about next year. It's all about next season.
Yeah.
And,
what about this year?
I've done very well this year.
He has.
He's a very good championship manager.
What more does he have to do this season for you? Does he have to break the championship points record? Is that good?
He can't do anything this season. He's not going to do it this season. It's next season.
You never know. You never know.
I know, you never know. But, on the other hand, if we're going to say Firpo deserves another chance, then maybe Farke deserves another chance in the Premier League, maybe.
Would you give him a chance, Sean, or would you look to replace him straight away?
Firpo.
Farke.
Farke. I would give him 10 games. I'd give him 10, 12 games.
That's nice, yeah.
Yeah. In fairness, I would say he was thinking to give him no games. That's a bit of a.
I think it depends on the quality, Sean. I think it depends on the players we buy. In terms of I think he's got to get the back in to deserve a proper chance in the Prem.
It is a caveat that he does need to be back. If he's not back, and he starts off badly, then it's not really his fault.
Yeah, exactly. I think he didn't get that at Norwich. I think that's where I think it comes from. Obviously, we knew what Norwich had. They don't have much money. They don't like to spend. Yeah, I think he deserves a chance. I think he does, really.
Yeah. And I will see what happens next season. And I hope he does well. I want him to do well, because that means the club is doing well. And Leeds do well.
Where are you, Sean?
What?
Where are you?
Oh, just walking home from work.
Oh, you've got a job?
Fuck off.
Miracles that happen that quick.
Facts, you guys just facts understudy.
Mate, if you were in charge, we'd be fecking relegated, I tell you.
God. Be administration.
A little secret assistant.
God. Poor Farke.
Sean, what did you make to Pirro last night? I know you've been a big fan
World
of
class. I know he's been doing it for the last 5 years, so it's not surprised me.
Yeah.
He's done it for the last 5 years, banging goals in.
Yeah.
I think the test if we go up, and that's to see if he can hack the Prem.
I think he might be a good option for off the bench or something.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Because those are the goalies.
yeah, he's one of these players who he'll take 1 or 2 chances. He'll definitely score 1 out of 2 chances. He's got an eye for goal. Yeah. The funny thing is, he's only 1 goal away. He's only 1 goal away from his entire tally from last season, so he could easily push 20.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping Joseph now starts getting the most of goals now again.
Yeah.
Nice to see. Just keep pushing Perot as well. Because Perot needs to be pushed as well. With Joseph coming in and getting a few goals would be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, same. Obviously, Sean, you were pretty relaxed about the transfer window. Callum agreed.
Yeah, pretty chill.
Do you think was I overreacting, mate?
No, you never overreact, Joe. Joe, you never overreact.
No, I don't think you were. I think you. No.
Me and the guy were thinking at one stage you're going to be your Farke out at one stage. So you're going on.
I seen you both putting your comments. I just ignored you both.
Him and Demar double teaming.
Me and Demar and Yorkshireman.
Yeah, I know your game, mate.
The triple threat.
I know your game. When I see you both trying to trigger me, mate, I just ignore you. I don't get you as much as I used to, but I still get you the odd time. And you've got me a couple of times as well, so. I've got you more than a couple. Hey, you took your bat and ball off last time. You said, I'm never coming on again.
I never did that to you. I never did that to you.
Yeah, you've always supported me. Let me bring in someone else, actually. Someone who I know who's very, very opinionated like myself. So I'm going to bring him in and see what he's got to say, because I know he's been quite frustrated at the state of play by some of the fans over the last few weeks. I'm interested to get his take. Let's hear from him. How you doing, man?
Hey, Big Joe. What's up?
Good, mate. You?
Good. Doing great.
Good.
Hey, listen, first of all, the previous guy, well, he's still on. What's your
Sean,
guy on top?
Sean, yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So we talked about Mays real quick, right? Listen, you definitely got to get a goalkeeper for the Prem, right? This guy, he doesn't have the stability, the mental stability to handle the Prem. If everybody goes back to that Everton game from the Everton match from the last time we were in there and watch that goal he gave up from the corner, where he just stood in the middle of the net and the ball just went in, that's all you need to know. This guy needs somebody above him to help him get to another level, and he needs all the pressure off of him, and he needs to get the mental part of it right, because once we get there, even if the Niners spend $200 million, $300 million, if that dude rattles in net, we're done. You can't bank $1 billion or $500 million as ownership group or whatever on a goalkeeper that can't handle the moment. And Mez can. Now, he can make some great saves and stuff like that. So I just wanted to get that point out there, because I know you guys mentioned it a couple minutes ago, but that to me is priority number one once we go up, because we will go up no matter what all these fans say and on X and all this other stuff and on the cheap and Yanks out and all this stuff. The bottom line is they will go up, and they need to take care of this keeper situation. Number one. But anyway, good morning from the U.S. I know you guys are, some of you guys are some fans of the Yanks, some of you aren't, but I love you all anyway.
Yeah, I know. You've but you've been on a journey with the Leeds United fan base, that's for sure.
Well, listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm just having fun. Now, for the most part, I'm just like kind of egging people on. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit extra. I have fun. But there's some fans out there that are like, they're brutal. Like, their take is so ridiculous. And when you reply to them, the first thing they say to you is, oh, well, you're a Yank. Soccer this, soccer that. MAGA this, MAGA that. I have like a little bit of advice for everybody. If you're from anywhere else in the world or the UK or whatever, you start talking about Yank stuff and it's not the burn that you think it is. We don't give a shit. You know, so I think that if you want to come back with something on X or whatever, I'll be a little bit more creative. You know, But I'm just having fun with for the most part with the fans. And sometimes I get frustrated, just like you, Joe, and I lose my shit for 10 minutes in my head. And then I start typing stuff, whatever. And then after I post it, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You know, but you can't take it back. You know what I mean? But I'm as emotional as anybody else, you know?
Yeah. Zach says you're from Philly. Is that right?
Philadelphia, born and raised, 215 till I die. East Coast. North side of the Mason-Dixon line.
There you go.
I agree with you. I agree with you on the Melier situation. I do. 100%. I think he got his chance in the Prem. He didn't take it. I think it's the mental side. It is. I think he can't cope with it. And to be fair, he's the youngest keeper in the Prem. And he could not handle the mental impact of how hard the Prem is. And I think he does need someone with a head and experience and who knows that league. And you can put the hand on his shoulder and go, I'm here to help you. Any advice? He's one of these confidence. I think a lot of Leeds fans are scared. At every shot that comes at him, we're not. He's near post. He's really, really bad. It's very bad.
I mean, I'm sure most of you have played the game, right? Or at some point in time, but like I still coach youth soccer and I have for a long time, right? Now, I got to tell you, our goalkeeper, even at U7, U9, U10, is the one that is calming everything else down. They're the ones calming the game down. They're in control of what is going on. So when our defense is having a tough time and it's erratic, he's the one calming everything down. He's the reliable source back there. He's the part of the leadership group of the team. Now, they can call him co-captain or whatever they want, but he's not a captain. He's not captain material. So even from youth sports level, the goalkeeper is that calming force. That's not it. He may get there someday, but I'm telling you right now, the Niners ain't playing around. You guys can talk crap about the Niners all you want about this. They're doing the cheat, frustrated from no income. I get all that. I get it. But they're a serious group, and when they go up, I guarantee you they have no plans on ever returning to the championship. And I'm not saying that they won't, but I'm saying that's their mindset, and we're going to put their bank behind that. I guarantee you. They're not going to risk this stuff with this guy in goal. I don't care what Farke says. If Farke ties himself to Mez, he'll be back. He'll be canned, and he'll be back coaching a team in a mid-table championship next year. That's the way I see it. So,
do you know what? Let me bring in Jeffrey. Yeah. Jeffrey's nodding along with you. I remember Jeffrey, you're out working in the Middle East, I believe.
Bahrain.
Yeah, that's it. Bahrain, mate. You were nodding along there. Talk to me, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100% with him. Like I say, I'm a fan of the Seattle Seahawks, although we kind of torched it. But this year, best of luck to you anyway with the Eagles fans there. So
thank you.
Hope you guys
Super Bowl, baby.
can win another one now. So anyway, moving past that, the 49ers, and this is the thing, I've gotten in the chat with a lot of people about this same commentary as everybody's, they're cheapskates. People got to understand that this is not an ownership group that's owned by a couple people. This is a professional sports management franchise, okay? They get their business from winning championships, okay? And I can guarantee you, just like he said, that, when it's time to buy players, we go up to the Premier League, they're going to spend the cash, okay? And they're going to get some phenomenal players, probably some more people like you haven't heard, like Al Tanaka. I can remember when everybody was saying, he's 3.5 million, can't be really good. When I sat there and I looked, it's like, y'all don't know what you're talking about, because I watched him play in Dusseldorf, okay? And he was exceptional even then, okay? So it really doesn't matter where they get the players from. It's the fit, okay? And so if they get the scouts out there and they start doing the things they need to do, we're going to get some good players. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to spend a ton of money to get these players that are going to fit into the system and that are going to work in the Premier League. So I think that we've got some more influence now with Red Bull. Probably some of those scouts for Red Bull are going to be working along with us. So you'll probably see some things happen that's going to really surprise you, the level of the team, because we're not going to do a Leicester and an Ipswich and Southampton. Okay, We're going to go up and we're going to stay. Okay. This is where this organization wants to put this team in the driver's seat. Okay. So,
I totally agree.
Like I said, so
I don't really see it any
Good
other
words.
way. You know. Now, tactics and all that stuff aside, I think that the ownership will be the group will be there. You know, they're going. My question, what I really want to see them is get a couple players that are actually next level. You know,
statement signings.
Start to establish that the expectation and the standards of what type of players that we're looking for to represent. You know, of who we are and how we're building. I think that's the key. So yes, they have to mold the two things together. They need to get the Tanakas of the world, but they also need to get some respect on their name with a few players that maybe other teams kind of want to fear out of the gate. You know, so that's what I hope happens. Well, I hope to get promoted.
The balance you need. In terms of, it's balance. I think you need in terms of quality, in terms of the price you're paying. I think you're 100% right.
Is Solomon one of them players, do you think? Would you sign him permanently, folks?
Yeah.
I went back and forth on that one yesterday. And at first I said no, then I was like, yes. And then I think so at this point.
Yeah. What about you, Sean? Because I know you said at one point you were a bit unsure, right?
No, he's got better. He's got better now the last couple of months. He has got better since I had said it. I got one being wrong in it. No, he's got better. His one word is injuries. His injuries have seemed to have slowed down, which is always the problem we had with. But no, it's been injury free, so I'm very happy. I'll definitely keep him for next season.
Are you allowed on buses?
I am no OP.
Guys, is Ramazani the smallest player on the squad?
No.
He's one of them. I think he's one of them. I think Nanto's.
I
mean, well, Nanto's thicker. I'm saying like I know like Ramazani to me comes in as the frailest person on the team. Does that seem right?
I think
I'm not saying he plays that.
I think Aaron's not now.
Body build.
Aronson probably is.
Yeah.
But isn't Aronson bigger than Ramazani?
I think
he gets pushed off.
I think the last year he has. I think when he first came to Leeds, I think when he first started, he was a house on fire. Obviously, he got a goal against Chelsea, got a few assists, but I think the one thing that stood out for Leeds fans when he first did come to Leeds was that he was knocked off the ball really easy. And obviously, he went down to the Championship. He went on loan to Union Berlin, and he did put on a lot of muscle. And I think he's come back, and I think a lot of us are seeing how much. And he's not. I don't think he's not muscle off the ball as much now, and I think he gives the bite back as much as he takes, and I think it's good to see from Barrington. He doesn't complain as much. He gets up and gets on the game. So I think Leeds fans are really happy for. But yeah, I think he's improved loads, Barrington. I think Ramazani could be up there.
What I was thinking about it is like because I don't think Aronson would start for us next season, but I think Ramazani would. I think Ramazani would, and my only concern with him is that you have two guys that are over there in the same position basically with Solomon, and they're both kind of smaller in nature, both kind of have that little, in my opinion, a little bit of frailty to him, even though Ramazani hasn't shown hurt or anything, but to me he seems like a real lightweight.
And also, I don't think we're going to play with a tactical midfield next season. I think we'll probably play with a more compact midfield, more of a 5-4-1 or something like that next season. It
would be nice to see him mix it up at times.
Because I think we need to be a bit more defensive next season.
Yeah, because the quality it goes up and up.
Yeah.
100%.
How do you expect him to go? I mean, I think we're all pretty confident we'll go up, right? Like, how do you expect him to take on the Premier League? Because obviously we dominate the ball now. That's not going to happen. So, is it going to be a case we play counter-attacking football, in the Prem next season?
Probably.
Have to adapt. Good job.
Yeah.
Just sign Armstrong when he's done at West Brom. Okay. Watch him move a keeper. He can move a keeper. He knows how to pull a keeper out.
Championship, yeah.
Yeah.
In the championship,
He
he can.
did it.
In the
How many
Premier,
times
he's got it.
How many times did he do it to Melier last year?
Yeah, it's
That
fair.
doesn't count.
That was in the championship.
Besley's crap.
No, every game he scored against him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He
Didn't
did.
score
Yeah, he did.
against him every game?
I think. Yeah, he did.
No?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Look, we're going up. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. We're going up as effing champions. As the champions. I will let you drop off because I've got. I want to bring Ethan in before I finish up. But I want to thank you for giving up some of your time, Callum, Sean, Jeff, and of course Leeds United from Philly.
No problem, Joe. And I'm
Thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you.
See you, Sean.
Bye-bye. It was great chatting to the lads. Ethan has been waiting patiently. Everyone's favourite member. Wanted to give Ethan some time so you didn't get lost in the shroud of people, Ethan. How are you, my man? Are you good?
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. We're flying, aren't we? We're top of the league.
Yeah,
That's
are.
the main thing, mate.
Yeah, go now.
Yeah. We're going up, aren't we?
Yeah.
What's been your favourite thing, Ethan, over the last few weeks?
Go now.
Don't know who's been your
Carter.
Cardiff City.
Yeah.
7-0. Do you think? How old are you, Ethan?
19.
19. Do you think you will ever see another 7-0 in your lifetime?
Going off.
Probably not, right? I've only ever seen one, and I'm 37 on Sunday, my mate. So it's it's not. It doesn't come around long very often. How's the football going? Are you good? Are you playing well?
Yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah, you're doing all right. My daughter's just got into football, so
Yeah, I
she's
know.
fine. So happy days. Buzzing with that. What about the FA Cup, mate? What are you thinking, Ethan? Do we
I will take it and look again.
make changes? Yeah. Yeah. We need to see Joseph Nonto
Yeah,
Ramazani start, don't we?
Yeah. Always good cup.
Yeah. Only the cup. Do you think we'll progress against Millwall at home?
Yeah, we will. Yeah,
I think so. If you could choose any Premier League team to get in the next round, if we progress, who would you take?
Not took a call.
Who? Sorry.
Not took a.
Yeah. Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would as well. I think we'd beat them, Ethan.
Oh, go. Oh, tell you,
They're rubbish, mate. They're rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are we going up as champions, Ethan?
Yeah, we have to be where we are right now.
Yeah, I think so as well, my man. I do think so.
We do need to keep it going right now.
Keep it going. Exactly, mate. You bang on the money. I do, and you know what? I have every faith that we will. I don't think we'll get a drop off like we did last season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but overall we have a good go, and that was October,
Yeah. Farke's. I mean, what do you make, Ethan, to Farke having a better points record than Bielsa? It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaga, he had to get there that long,
Yeah, exactly. He hasn't been there that long, and look at him flying now, mate. Sean, what? Danny says Sean exercise. Get off the bus, he's saying, and get walking back, Sean. That's what he's saying. Ethan, what do you think we'll do against Sunderland and Sheffield United? They're massive, them games, aren't they?
Yeah, they will be. They get way hard now.
Yeah.
I give we get going a call we hold. We get real good a hold the game now. I get gaganagi. We get a way hard now. Got a gaganagi. You want to cut out?
Would you take a draw at Sheffield United and a win at home against Sunderland?
No.
No. You want to win them both?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 points. 6 points and we win the league at that stage.
Yeah, we will.
It's crazy, isn't it? Listen, Ethan, I want to say to you, mate, thank you so much for always supporting the channel. You were my first member. You've been a member for what, I don't know now, is it 36 months or something? It's got to be getting on.
Go where now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's insane, my man. I will always
No
eternally be grateful for that. You're a top guy. You support Leeds United like I don't know, and you always support this channel as well. So I want to thank you so much, mate. Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man. I'm going to let you drop off now, Ethan. We've got Sean from Wilco Whites joining us, and then I think Joe said he might pop on. But Ethan, again, thank you so much, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy, and good luck with your football. All right.
What?
Good luck with the football.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers, buddy. Bye-bye. There we go. There's the lovely Ethan. I was gonna leave it there, but Sean from Wilco Whites, a regular watcher and also has his own YouTube channel, been on a lot, I think, with Matty and the Only Leeds Bros of late as well. We wanted to get him on the channel. I've not had the opportunity to yet, but let's bring him in. Sean, how's things, my man? I know
how you doing?
You have been on the channel before, but now you've got like your full channel and that yourself, haven't you?
I've got my own channel now, yeah.
Exactly.
All thanks to you. You're my inspiration, Joe. You know you have
been that, man. If I'm inspiring you, something's wrong.
Well, I've watched you for long enough, haven't I?
You have, mate. You have. It's great to hear that Yorkshire accent as well, buddy. How have you been? How's the channel going, first and foremost?
It's all right. It's 800 subscribers.
Legend, mate.
Other day, mate. So it's not been too bad. So it's going well, in it. But good. I'm enjoying the football as well. Honestly, it's just fantastic, isn't it? It's
yeah. It helps when you have something good to talk about, doesn't it?
Well, it does, but us Leeds fans like to moan as well, don't we? So
yes,
there's always something negative to moan about as well. But no, I mean, I haven't watched the full game back from last night, Joe. So I work nights, but I've watched the highlights, and I mean, should it have been 7-0 again?
I know. Honestly, mate, it could have easily been. 7-0. It was insane, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I said after the Cardiff game, I said, have we at its peak? Is there another level we can go? And it looked like the wall last night, didn't it? I mean, Melier as well.
Yeah, like Farke teams normally second half of the season kick on. We saw it last season. I know we had an almighty drop off, but we're doing it again. The only difference this being is that we're at the top already. We don't have to chase anyone down, so it's mad, isn't it?
It is, and I mean, my concern is the mentality, of the squad. That drop off that we might get towards the end of the season, like we did last season. But I'm getting that different feeling this season. I don't know about yourself, Joe, but I think we could get 100 points, and it's wild to say, but I can't see us dropping points. And the only games that obviously we've got Sunderland and Sheffield United to play, which are going to be tough games, but we're always up for teams like that.
We are,
aren't we? I mean, we get up for teams. It's the weaker sides that we haven't been able to get up against, and we're doing it now. We're doing it.
Apart from Sunderland, he won all the big games last season, didn't he? Ipswich, Leicester. So yeah, he does. Before we just go on, I just want to reference Suck. Yeah, SUC Suck. Bro, I don't know what you thought you've done here, mate, because I've noticed that you commented on every single video that I said we would get a point. Yeah. I don't know what you think you've done, but yeah, I did say we get a point. We didn't. Buzzing. Happy days. Like it's not appalling to think that we'll get a point. I apologize, mate, that because I have genuinely noticed you've commented on every video since then saying, I told you we'd get more than a point. Well done, you. There you go. I've addressed it. Sorry about that, Sean. I just wanted to address that just so it can be seen and heard. Yes, we got a point.
Is that about last night's game?
Yeah.
Well, still a point. I mean, listen, Daniel. Point away from home in a Coventry, an informed team.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they haven't been beaten at home. They haven't been beaten at home since Lampard came. I just wanted him to get closure. Yeah.
I mean, again, listen, I can't see us dropping many more points now this season. I really can't. And I know, get that clipped up. But
no, if that happens though, right? So there's 45 points available. 41 more points will see the points record. Could that happen? Like, imagine.
Yeah, it's crazy to think, isn't it? I mean, how many points did Leicester get last season?
Oh, couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I can't remember now.
At least if we get the 90-point trophy this season, we'll actually go up, right? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking we could get 100 points. I really could, because I can't see where we're going to drop points this season now.
No.
The way we're playing, I mean, if this is Farke ball, then I'm all in. I really am, because it's so good to watch.
Yeah.
It's like we were been cruising for 30 games.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and now all of a sudden we've got his foot on the gas, and he's letting us go and play. It's just all coming together, and I mean, even Melier last night as well. I've been one of his biggest critics, Joe. I really have, but the IOUs that he's owed us this season, especially for Hull and Sunderland. I mean, I'm gonna have to rip one of those up now, because he's pulled it out of the bag last night, and I hope it can continue for the rest of the season. But everybody's on top form at the minute, and even the players coming off the bench are doing bits as well, which is great to see. It's a good squad. It's good harmony. Everybody's playing for each other. You know, there's no big egos in the team, in the squad, and I'm just really enjoying it. And for all those negative fans out there, enjoy it while you can, because next season is going to be hard. It's going to be a slog. It really is.
I remember genuinely, mate. I remember during the Bielsa time, I used to say to everyone, you know, everyone wants change, and that this is the best football you'll ever see. Don't, you know, be careful what you wish for. I used to say it all the time, and then obviously look what happened, and then we're back in the chat. So I agree with you, mate. You know, those that say Farke's football boring, outside of Bielsa, this is the best football I've watched under, you know, in recent times anyway, especially for some fans of a certain age. This will be, outside of Bielsa, their best football. So like, it's
I totally agree. And do you think the system in the Premier League under Farke would work well?
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? I think,
because we don't concede. We're not conceding many.
No. And he used to be a lot more attacking. With that Norwich side, he was a lot more attacking than we are, if that makes sense. He was a lot more open, it felt. We seem to be more defensively sound than that Norwich side, you know?
Yeah, and I think he'll have learned from his time at Norwich as well. I've got to remember this. There's Hey, Joe.
Hey, Sean.
Yes. So he's going to learn from his time at Norwich, and you know, some of the players as well. I think the recruitment's going to be different next season in the Premier League. You know, we were looking at players like Ben Davies. I think they're going to be experienced Premier League players. Yeah. We're not going to go and get players from other leagues that haven't got that experience, I don't think. Yeah. I.e. like Christensen and Robin Koch and things like that, because it didn't work, did it?
As well, in a roundabout way, the Rodrigo, the Llorentes, they were glamour signings, I think, as well. They weren't what we needed, really. I know people will remember Rodrigo fondly for that Jesse time, but when we went up with Bielsa, they weren't what we needed, really. I think we needed some hardened Premier League experience that knows what's required at the bottom end of the league, I think. Joe, welcome, my man. Obviously, you've been busy the last few days, so it's great to catch up with you after a match. I know at times throughout the season you've maybe been a little bit critical internally about the certain style of play. The last two games, we've saw 9 goals. Sean's spoken about maybe Farke switching it up a notch. Yeah, looks to have been that way, and we just look far too good now, don't we? Far too good for our opponents.
Yeah, I think what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks is we don't have to love Daniel Farke's football to respect the job that he's doing. We're top of the table. You don't have to love the football. There's lots and lots of different ways to win football matches, and it's ultimately the points total at the end of the season justifies whether the manager was right to play a style or not. We saw it this time last year, Joe, didn't we? When all of a sudden the gears started to be a little bit more greased, and all of a sudden the machine started to rock forward a bit more, and we're seeing that. But I should point out a couple of things.
Okay.
When we drew with Burnley, the world was on fire and we definitely weren't getting promoted. Then we beat Cardiff and we were going up as champions. Then the transfer window closed and we were the worst team in the division and be lucky to get the playoffs. And then we've beaten the really average Coventry side and we're the best team in the league and we're going up as fucking champions. So I mean, let's all take a second to relax a bit. The job's not done. We had a huge drop off last year. The points, there's still a gap there. I think the big thing is we don't have to beat Sheffield United and we don't have to beat Sunderland now. All we have to do is not lose against them and look after the rest of the games, and Leeds will go up as champions. But I think we just need to relax a little bit. The job's not done. There's still 16 games left, lads. I know. But come here. The fall from that height is much further than it. Yeah, we could go up. That's a much less of a fall when we hit. But no, I think the football last night was phenomenal. The one difference between the Cardiff game that probably irked me a little bit was against Cardiff, we took the obvious goal. We took the percentage shots. We squared the ball for tap in and we took them. Last night, it was individual. It was self before side. And there was...
Yeah. Dan James did that a lot, didn't he? Dan James.
Pirro as well. Pirro, James, Ramazani, then when he came in. I think we saw Nanto against Cardiff when he came on, was like, I'm getting in on the action here. I'm not passing the ball. I think Farke kind of alluded to that last night of there's a couple of things we need to sort out. And for me, you play the percentages, you take the goal. It doesn't matter if you score. It only matters if we score. So take the goals and go on. Luckily, last night, we didn't have to worry about it. Ilan Meslier making 2 world-class saves last night.
Oh, yeah.
And that, come here, I've said this before, that doesn't remove the criticism of what happened in previous games, but it means that you criticize when he's worth criticizing and you praise him when he's worth praising. And I thought he was excellent last night. 2 massive saves for us last night when it was a little bit edgy when we weren't finishing our dinner in the park. But yeah, all good, Joe. Lovely football last night. Even 2-0. I still enjoyed that game far more than I enjoyed Burnley.
100%. Joe, do you think the manager's getting all the decisions right at this moment in time, the way that he's tweaking the lineup and stuff? Obviously, it'd be interesting to see what he does on the weekend. I think maybe he starts Strout to get some minutes in his legs. I don't want to see Gulavogi at right centre-back, if I'm honest. So I don't know what he does there, because I don't think we really have one outside of Rodon. Maybe he'll play Byron. But do you, I mean, at this moment in time, I'm just backing the manager. I know I've always backed him, but I mean, in terms of even the decisions that I'm a little bit, I'm not sure about. They seem to be working for him, right?
Well, that's his job, isn't it? He gets paid the money to make those bigger calls that we don't have to make, and that's a good thing. But we talked an awful lot last year, Joe, about the fact that he didn't trust that bench. There was maybe 4 players that came on regularly. That was it out of 7 or 9 players. I think what you're seeing this year is that bench is far deeper. And even last night, whatever's going on with Isaac Schmidt, but there's no Isaac Schmidt on that bench. There's no Pat Bamford on that bench, and there's no kids on that bench. So that tells you where the depth is. And it's I think he trusted an awful lot more. I think he's got options against Millwall. Yeah, I agree. I'd like to see Gulavogi play in midfield in that game. I think he could bring Bayerman at right centre back. He'll probably bring Max Verber in. He'll probably play Verber and Stroke because Stroke needs some minutes. I've not played. Fullbacks, I'd say Byron comes in. We don't know what happens with Schmidt. He might come in, he might not. I'm sure someone has to ask that question this week of what's going on because he's not injured. So what's happening? And then stick Gulavogi in midfield with Rothwell. Give them a bit of a run together as well. And then you can swap Nanto Ramazani on. You can leave Brendan in or take him out, but then you swap Pirro for Joseph or you play Joseph as a 10. But there's so many options there. Like once you start going forward, that team doesn't get weaker when you change it, which is great.
That's a great championship team, that what you've just said, isn't it?
Yeah.
You put all them players in, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
You could say it's a top six championship team there, just there. So
yeah. You're right. It is. Do you use I know I say like, oh, do you want a cup run? But I think Farke with his Norwich side has always gone pretty far in the cups, to be fair. Do you think he'll want to do that, won't he? I think Farke's very much of the thinking it's about momentum and just keep winning games regardless of what opposition or what competition you're in. I know a lot of people say, just concentrate on the league, but I'd like us to progress against Millwall personally.
Yeah, me too. I think you're right, Joe. I think momentum's key. Winning breeds confidence, and long may it continue. And if we can get as far as we can in this competition, and it allows the other squad members to get minutes and keep them fresh as well. So, yeah, I definitely want a good cup run, and hopefully we'll get a bigger scalp you know, if we progress further and we can be really tested as well, see where we are actually at. Whether it plays a full strength team against somebody, say, Liverpool or whatever.
Give me Man United at home. I think we beat them.
Bring us Man United, definitely, yeah. And you know, would you go with a different setup, a stronger team? Then I'm not so sure, but
I thought you said you wanted a big scalp, Joe. I don't want no lower half Premier League side in the next round of the Cup.
Relegation fodder.
Leave those lads fight their relegation battle. We don't have to worry about them.
It's true. It's true. Relegation fodder.
I love saying to my mates though, Manchester United are a lower half Premier League side. I love saying that out loud.
That's where they're at.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't think, is there anything else I need to cover? We need to cover. Is there anything you want to share? Thank you both for coming on as well, and thank you for everyone.
What's your feeling at the minute? I mean, I'm getting really excited at them, and I'm trying to reel it back in, Joe. And
don't reel it in, mate.
Just be level-headed, but I'm getting the championship winning side feeling where it's just. I'm so confident that we're going to do it.
Anyone who finishes above us goes up automatically. I think the least we can expect is second place. The least we can expect is second place. I just think because if you beat one of Sunderland or Sheffield United, I think you create a big enough gap for them to have to, you know, if you beat Sheffield United away, you're saying you're not catching us now, because then there's only would they only be about 12 games left or something at that point?
You're running out of matches at that point.
You
can't afford to lose. And that changes how they approach games as well, because they have to win. Draws aren't good enough anymore. They have to go and win games. You remember last year, like we chased for so long last year, and that's exhausting, chasing all the time. And then when you get there, we saw what happened. They got there and then they went, we got here, and then they fell straight away because of that. So, yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, I think the next 5 games line it out. I think after the next 5 games, we know what this looks like. I think we all, on the Bielsa, we 10 games to go. That was when we said, yep, that's it. And then those last 10, we just ran away from everybody else. Was the pressure looked like it was off. So, yeah, there was similarities last night when Bogle scored in the celebration. Brought me back to when Luke Ayling scored the volley against Huddersfield, and that was the day I in my head, that was the day that we got promoted, because I was like, right, if he's doing things like that, nobody's stopping us. And then Bogle's Maradona run last night, and the keeper throwing the ball back to him, was like, yeah, that's it, that's it now. But I agree. I don't know if it's first or second, but I think we go up, and as you say, I think it's whoever finishes above us will be champions, and that'll be the way it will be. But I just, even looking at what Burnley brought in, they brought in Marcus Edwards, terrific signing, but they're not creating chances. That's their biggest problem. So you can bring in Marcus Edwards.
The manager's their biggest problem, isn't it?
Correct.
The manager.
Correct. Yeah. But if you're not, I mean, Ashley Barnes, well, he'll do a job against certain sides, but if you're not creating chances, they're not going to score. And their biggest problem is creating chances, and Edwards doesn't fix that. We saw against us, the only out ball was Esteve comes out on the left-hand side, big diag across the park to Anthony. You cut that out. Now it's Edwards. That's all the difference is now it's Edwards. So that doesn't change for me. I think Sheffield United have a really good squad, but will they all gel quickly? And then Sunderland have bought in 2 terrific signings, but it's only 2. And I still don't think their squad is big enough to catch us. So Leeds look after their jobs now. Be sensible. At this point now, you can take the away point and take the home win and canter into the Premier Division. Don't lose to Sheffield United. Don't lose to Sunderland. And you're fine. We should be home and dry after that. But I think, next 5 games, that will dictate what this league looks like come the end of the season. I think we can start sticking pins on donkeys' tails at that point and saying, we're done.
10-point gap by the end of the season, lad.
You did say. You did say.
That'd be nice, Joe. I'm down in Plymouth for the last game.
Oh, yeah, wow. Okay.
So we're hoping, I think there's about 20 of us going down. So I'm hoping it's going to be promotion party time the week before. So we're not going to be disappointed down in Plymouth. But it's looking good, isn't it? Really looking good.
It is, mate. And you know what I'm most excited for? I mean, I went to Millennium Square last time we promoted, and obviously it was amazing, but it was like COVID still. So like not everybody went, and we went against like the rules, if you like, at that time. At least this time, there won't be them rules. Do you know what I mean? And that bus thing outside Elm Road, they'll actually be, you probably imagine they'll do a proper parade this time, and we'll all get to enjoy it. And so that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. We can all meet up in Leeds City Centre, can't we? Surely.
We'll be there.
Brilliant.
2 more games. I'm starting to book flights. I did it last year for the Southampton game. I was like, right now, I'll
Get
book
your
the flight
hotel
to
book
get
now,
there.
Jer. Get your hotel book now.
I got to the Southampton game last year. I booked it way in advance. Got tickets. Like, yes, I'm here. And then, what was the point of that? But yeah, this year, hopefully. Has everyone got over at the loss of Adam Armstrong? By the way, the stunning signing, the level that Adam Armstrong would have brought to the Leeds United squad.
I mean, he knows in the back of the net.
I'd have really liked him, though, but
on the bench, yeah, we wouldn't
we're
have got near the starting 11.
Just to replace Bamford, but even Bamford can't get in his squad now, can he? But it just about does a bit more depth, an extra depth to the bench that we've already got. But we're flying, aren't we? We were flying.
We are flying. Yeah,
we are, lads. Right, folks, I'll let you shoot. There is for those watching still. There is a press conference at 4, so we'll react to that at about 1:30. See what Farke's got to say. I don't think there'll be much in it, to be honest, because it's all about the FA Cup. But and then White Rose Rivals 6. Final word later on tonight, so it's a jam-packed day. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you go check out JUSTJOE Leeds United, The View, of course, and please make sure you go check out Sean Wilco's White's new channel in the space. Make sure you go check it out. 100 subscribers. Let's get that increase because there's 370 watching. So I know a lot of you won't be subscribed. So go on over and do subscribe. Thanks for all the members that dropped in as well. And we'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.